Malaysia has temporarily suspended sales of tickets for air and land travel under a vaccinated travel lane scheme with Singapore from December 23rd until January 20th, 2022. On Tuesday, Health Minister Khairi Jamaluddin said in a statement that this was done amid concerns over the spread of the Omicron variant, Bernama reports. This action followed a similar move by Singapore to freeze all new ticket sales over the same period. Under the VTL program, both countries allow quarantine-free entry for fully vaccinated travellers who have to do multiple screenings. According to Khairi, the VTL initiative would be reopened on January 21st, 2022 after a risk assessment based on the current COVID-19 situation in both countries. However, he said that the ticket quota sold would be reduced from the current allocation, a decision that was echoed by the Singapore government. There are about 24 countries listed under Singapore's VTL program, which include Malaysia, Australia and the US, to name a few. For flights, the total number of VTL tickets would be capped at 50% of the previously allocated quota. Travellers already holding tickets on VTL flights or buses and who meet all other requirements can still travel under the program. FGB Holdings is planning to raise 500 million ringgit by establishing a Sukuk Murabaha program, it announced to the bourse on Wednesday. The planter said the FGB program will have a tenure of 8 years from the date of its first issue, which shall be made within 60 business days from the date of lodgement with Securities Commission, while each individual issue of Sukuk under the program will have a tenure of 1 to 8 years. The Sukuk Murabaha under the program shall be unrated, according to FGB. The proceeds shall be utilised by FGB to refinance its existing financing or borrowings and would allow it alternative access to funding in the local debt capital market on top of conventional bank borrowings. For the last quarter ended September 30th, FGV reported total borrowings of 4.17 billion with 1.48 billion in cash. Assuming the FGV issues the maximum amount possible of 500 million under the Sukuk program, its total borrowings would increase to 4.67 billion ringgit. This would bring the group's gearing ratio to 0.69 times, marginally better than the 0.7 times that it saw in the previous financial year. KNM Group has proposed a slew of corporate exercises to improve its financial position, including disposing of its Thai and UK plants and listing Germany-based Borsig Group. This comes as the group seeks to resolve its recent default on its 2.78 billion baht Thai bonds and unlock the sum of parts value of KNM Group for its shareholders. In a statement, KNM said that over the next 3 months, it plans to sell its 72% owned bio-ethanol plant in Thailand to fully settle the outstanding amount related to the Thai bonds issued to finance the project. In the same period, the group said it is also in negotiation with an investor for the proposed sale of land and project assets related to its waste-to-energy project in Peterborough in the UK. Meanwhile, a longer-term timeline of 6 to 12 months has been set for the proposed initial public offering of Borsig Group, its largest income contributor, at a suitable stock exchange. For the same period, the group is in discussion with advisors on the proposed injection of selected subsidiaries into a special purpose acquisition company or SPAC in exchange for cash and a stake in the SPAC within the next 6 to 9 months. KNM triggered the PN17 criteria following the default on the Thai bonds but did not fall into PN17 status thanks to a grace period under Bursa Malaysia's COVID-19 relief measures. The group has been on the radar recently following the emergence of MAA Group as the largest shareholder with a 10.35% stake, as KNM's founder Lee Swee Eng pared his stake in the company. Former 1MDB chairman Tan Sri Muhammad Bakir Saleh testified on Wednesday that ex-PM Datuk Sri Najib Razak did not respond to his text messages about the outflow of $700 million to an unknown entity. Bakir, currently the chairman of Petronas, also said that when he informed Najib via a text message that the management was not following the board of directors' instructions, Najib did not reply, which according to Bakir was unusual. Previously, according to Bakir, he would always receive a reply from Najib. Testifying as a prosecution witness in the 1MDB audit tampering case, Pakai says the board had directed the $1 billion to be deposited into the accounts of 1MDB Petro Saudi, the fund's JV with Petro Saudi. However, he said $700 million was transferred to an unknown entity, which the board later knew as Good Star, controlled by fugitive Low Tech Joe. He also testified that he was flabbergasted by the 1MDB management's action to purposefully stray away from the board's instructions with regard to the $1 billion transfer, which found its way to another company. As a result, he decided to resign in October 2009, Pakai told the High Court during the examination in chief by Senior Deputy Public Prosecutor Datuk Sri Gopal Sri Ram. Patama Digital is venturing into fibre broadband services. According to a BOS filing, the firm, which backs fintech and govtech companies, says it is in advanced investment and collaboration negotiations with iFibre Holdings that were formalised in a memorandum of understanding. Through this partnership, Patama Digital and iFibre seek to deliver gigabit speed internet connectivity at affordable rates. It said iFibre is a Malaysian telecommunications company that creates an open access network which enables users to instantly switch between multiple internet service providers. Patama Digital's Director of Strategy, Saifi Akhtar, says Southeast Asia's recent flight to digital has resulted in overwhelming demand for high bandwidth internet services. He says it is important for the firm to promote equal access to a wider section of the rakyat, regardless of their geographical location and socio-economic status. Patama Digital says iFibre has connected homes and businesses to gigabit speed fibre broadband in Kota Kinabalu and plans to expand to Klang Valley and Johor Bahru.